Hey folks, what's up? In the last few years, ECMAScript has introduced many new features in JavaScript, and one of them is Iterator. Let's look at them to become a JavaScript guru. In JavaScript exists many structures that implement the iterator pattern, for instance array, set, and map. In JavaScript, an object to be iterable must implement the iterable interface. But what is the iterable interface? First, to be iterable, an object must have a next method. This method must return two properties, done and value. Done is used to detect if the iteration is completed. Instead, the value contains the current value. Last but not least, if you want your object become an iterator, you must expose the iterable interface in the symbol.iterator of your object, like in this example. For example, here is a range function implemented as an iterator. As you can notice, this function accepts two numbers, start and end, and return a new object with a single property, in this case the iterator property. Then, inside this function, there is the next function that, on every call, checks if the current value is greater than the end, and if true, returns a new object with the done as true and the value as null, else return an object with done false and value with the current value. The beautiful thing about iterator is that JavaScript only does something once you ask for the next value. Every iterator can be iterated using the for-of loop or using its native method, so calling the symbol.iterator function and then using the next method and checking the done property if it's true or not. Okay, now it's time to see the code in action. First, JavaScript does nothing if I ask for a range and I not iterate over it. As you can notice in the terminal, there isn't any console log. But if I iterate over the range, as you can notice, we can see the execution and we can notice something in the terminal. We can iterate over an iterator using a simple for-of loop, like in this way. Or we can use the iterator object like in this way. So using the function and call the function and then using the next method and check the result of this function. If the done is true, completed, as we can ask for the next. Pretty simple. Iterator also has another method, the return method. This method is used in case the code doesn't complete the iterator. Image the loop, call the break or the return. In this case, JavaScript under the hood call the return method for us. In this method, we can handle whatever we need. We may need to reset something or check the current value or whatever we want. We can see the return method in action, so we can stop the iteration after five elements. And as you can notice, the iterator ran the return method in this case. Pretty simple. Iterators are powerful, and we can also create functions that accept an iterator and manipulate it to return another iterator. For instance, we can create a map function that accepts an iterator and return another with the callback specified by the user. Pretty simple. All the info said before is true also for this new function. JavaScript does nothing until the codebase doesn't ask for the next function. The same is for the return method, and now you can compose the range iterator with the map iterator to build a new iterator. Okay folks, you now have all the notion to work with iterator in JavaScript. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you like it, please bump the like button below. And if you want to stay updated with my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye!